Russia has been banned from the 2018 Winter Olympics over doping, but athletes from the country who can prove they are clean will still be able to compete under strict conditions. The International Olympic Committee announced the decision on Tuesday after examining evidence of state-sponsored doping that reached its peak during the 2014 Winter Olympics in Sochi. Some competitors will be invited to participate as an Olympic athlete from Russia without their flag or anthem. But the country could completely refuse the offer and completely boycott the Games, with President Vladimir Putin previously saying it would be a humiliation to compete without national symbols. Following the decision, Russia's state television station said it will not broadcast the major sporting event next year, and the head of the country's skating union has branded the sanctions offensive and insulting. The ban is set to cause a major impact on next year's competition in Pyeongchang, South Korea, particularly in disciplines like figure skating, cross-country skiing, speed skating and bobsleigh. Russia's systemic doping was brought to the world's attention over the last 3 years by whistleblowers working on the inside, most notably the ex-director of the Moscow anti-doping laboratory Dr. Grigory Rodchenkov. Having fled to the United States in November 2015, Rodchenkov is now in witness protection and has been cooperating with investigations led by the IOC. Before today's decision, his lawyer Jim Walden said he believed too much evidence has come out for the IOC to impose the sanction many thought was most likely earlier this year, a large fine. Walden added, if they were to do that, it would be incredibly unwise and only embolden the cheats. What looks most likely now is that Russia will be prevented from competing officially in Pyeongchang. So no anthem, no flag. But athletes not implicated will be allowed to prove themselves clean so they can compete as individuals. The investigation said that cheating peaked at the 2014 Winter Olympics in the Black Sea resort of Sochi. During the Games, their Russian secret agents are said to have engineered an elaborate system of state-backed doping. Speaking today, the author of the IOC investigation report told journalists that he had found systemic manipulation by Russia. Samuel Schmidt told journalists, the results are not based only on whistleblower Grigory Rodchenkov's testimony. There is scientific evidence, witness statements, documents and correspondence. The facts are that in Russia there was systemic manipulation of doping in the anti-doping system that also took place at Sochi 2014. In the past week, a raft of bans have been handed out to the country's 2014 medalists. In total, the country was stripped of 11 of its 33 medals, meaning it has lost its position at the top of the Sochi table to Norway, slipping to 4th place. In October, Russian President Vladimir Putin accused the United States of putting indirect pressure on the IOC to block Russia from the Games in South Korea. He warned if the IOC left Russia out in the cold, it would cause serious harm to the Olympic movement. Putin said, there are two options. Either forcing Russia to compete under a neutral flag or not letting it go to the Olympics at all.